We can do this. Wasn't feeling too well yesterday. I started doing this and then I had to stop. I wasn't feeling good. Spent most of the day and night, all day, all night in bed. Wasn't feeling well at all. The only thing that's bothering me is my body's aching from sleeping too much. But we're gonna give this a try, see how it works today. So hopefully everything will be fine. The only problem is I'm hungry, but I'm too scared to eat. After yesterday, yeah, I should be hungry. That's alright. I'll figure it out. We'll see how I feel in a few hours. Alright, now, give me a second. I'm using this stone here. This stone's just give me a little outline what I'm using. Yeah, you can use whatever you want, but yeah, I'm using this as an outline. Now, how I did this was I counted 4 over. This one here counts as 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 more here. And then this is 4. And mind you, where it butted up against the wall here, this one here makes 5. The wall would make 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Mind you, this is mostly just an outline of what I'm doing. So, just bear with it. It will come together. I know I'm tearing things down and whatnot that I already had built. It's because I'm extending things, and yeah, it'll all come together. It'll be beautiful. It's the magnificent. Woo! The magnificent. Yeah, I can tell I'm a little better. Being retarded. Oh, God. Still feel it. My body's killing me. least I'm able to drink a cup of coffee. I'm trying to wake my body, my mind, and everything up, and yeah. I'll tell you what, I seriously, I can't wait till I start doing the interior of this castle. Oh, God. And it's gonna be magnificent. Yes. This, yeah, this is a long build. This is really a long build. If I would have done this in episodes, this would probably be like 9 episodes that I'm into. If I would have done this in episodes, but you know what? I just don't have the time right now to sit there and make up episodes and this and that. And my partner in crime, she's been busy with work now and everything. So, hey, real life trumps, doing this stuff sometimes. I mean, I work a full-time job myself, so it's a little hard to juggle doing these things and building things anymore. I mean, yeah, I got kids and all, but my kids are pretty well grown. Except for my youngest, my baby boy Jaden. He's still a youngin'. But my oldest, he's 19, and my daughter just turned 16, and yeah, my baby boy, he could be 13. And yes, I'm an old fart, still doing video games and whatnot. And heck, I'm probably been playing video games before your mom and dad was itching in your daddy's pants. But hey, which means before they were thought of. Before your mind goes a whole totally different direction on that, people. But yeah, just let you know, I've been gaming since the Atari. Playing video games and pinball games and stuff like that in the arcades back in the 80s. When he had to put quarters up on the game, say, hey, I'm next. And he had to sit there and fight over a game. That was our social media. Being at the mall, at the arcade, or at the local roller skating rink, sitting there like, yep, 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 I got next. Go play some Street Fighter. Pac-Man, you name it. Getting ticked off at a pinball game and picking it up and slamming it down to tilt it. Yeah, you know, That was our way of raging at a game. Just pick it up and slam it down on the floor. But my favorite pastime, though, honestly, wasn't honestly video games. It was, going out knocking on friends' doors, because it was before cell phones, before internet. Going down to friends' houses, knocking on their doors, and being like, "Yo, Johnny there, Bobby there, Troy, David, whoever, Jason." You know, getting up a game of tenny ball, which tenny ball, ironically, it was our form of stickball here in the city that I live in, and we go down to the church parking lot when all the cars were gone, and yeah, we'd take a tennis ball, and if we didn't have tennis balls, we would walk up to the reservoir, which now is known as the pit, because the high school bought the old uh, city reservoir that sat there for probably, who knows, maybe 200 years, whatever. Used to be filled up with water from the natural spring that comes out of the mountain here at the base of the city, and used to fill that up. But they drained it out now. Oh my God, years before I was even born, they drained it and closed it off. But anyway, there's a tennis court that sits next to the reservoir. And if we needed tennis balls, you know, instead of going out and buying a whole brand new set of tennis balls, we go look for the tennis balls that the people that were playing tennis hit over the fence, and we take them. Heck, we used to fill up a whole shopping bag full of tennis balls. We sit there, we comb side the hills and whatnot on the side of the tennis courts and find all the tennis balls in the high weeds and stuff, and then we got our pickup game of tennis ball. Now, the other thing with the tennis ball was we take a wiffle ball bat, we cut the back end of it off there, the hand the, at the handle part, cut it off, and we would weight up the bat. We would have a skinny stick to be able to stick down through there, and we take newspaper, wet the newspaper, stuff it down in the newspaper down in there, the wet newspaper, and then stick maybe some like tire weights that we would find on the street, stick them in there to weight it down a little bit, even more, and then we take either some kind of colorful electric tape and tape up the bat, and or duct tape and tape it up, and there you go. You got a tennis ball bat. And if we didn't have the church parking lot to play with, we played in the middle of the street too. Yes, in traffic. But it was all fun and games. That's the way it was. We weren't doing that during the fall time like now. We would have pick up games of football too during the fall. Being like our favorite football teams. Most of the people that lived around here, like the Eagles. Because we were from Eastern Pennsylvania, so a lot of the people we were, a couple miles outside of Philadelphia. So yeah. So yeah, we would do that. And if it wasn't that, it was the Steelers, which was from the western side of Pennsylvania, and yeah. Well, of course, I was a 49ers fan. Back in the days when I was growing up, I always used to be like, hey, I'm Joe Young. Or Joe Montana. I grew up mostly during the Joe Montana era. Which, ironically, Joe Montana and Dan Marino were both from here in Pennsylvania. Um, Yeah. Yeah. Heck, I live in the same city that Taylor Swift was born and raised in. She born and raised right across town. And that annoying John and Kate plus 8. Ugh. They were from across town too. Pity John. John went through hell with that woman. Alright, I'm done rambling. I gotta build. But yeah, this castle's huge. It's a huge castle. But yeah, what I'm doing here now is we'll be building back here. Covered walkway down from this tower to this building here. It's gonna be a covered walkway. And then a building back here. This down here is gonna be like an archery area, like this here's like a barracks, like for like the soldiers or what would you call them, the knights. That's a horse stable over there. This here's like the forgery where they forge the armor and everything. So yeah, it's a house over there. This could be like the planting area where I'm gonna put trees and flowers and stuff in here, and whatnot, and flowers down here. Yeah, it's gonna look neat when I'm done. Hopefully you guys like it. I'm gonna be changing the texture on this a little bit too, probably later on. I'm gonna be changing it to more of the stone brick and this cracked brick and the mossy brick. You know, give some texture. Heck, you guys build it. You can build it to whatever textures you want to build it in. Heck, you can make it as colorful as you want. Do whatever you want. I mean, yeah, I just like the grayish colored stone, you know, because it gives it more of a authentic look to it. But heck, if you want to use sandstone, use sandstone. Do whatever you want, you know. Whatever quivers your liver. It's your build. Now, mind you, the original designer and of this build is Blue Nerd. He was the original designer of this, and I just honestly just seeing his build really inspired me to do this. Uh, he has a whole series for this thing. I mean, he integrated it into, I guess, his dock series, where he has a whole docks and everything. I mean, he has a whole medieval town and stuff, and old flagships, and oh, it's just amazing what he did. I'm gonna try to replicate it. Keyword try. I'm gonna try, but we'll see. Alright, I want back to building now. But like I said, look up on YouTube Blue Nerd. That's his name, Blue Nerd. Um, yeah. He has amazing, 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 amazing work. He did a lot of this through the whole height of the pandemic. So I'm guessing he must have had some time on his hands, you know, during the lockdown and stuff. Fortunately, I didn't have that time. I worked through the whole pandemic. Um, Lost my mother right at the beginning of it. Whatnot, and yeah. I mean, I didn't work in the medical field, but I worked at a store, so I was considered also essential worker because people had to go out and get their food and drink. So yeah. Now I just work a lot more because yeah, always short staffed because people got so used to not working and now they're just lazy and don't want to work. That was the bad thing about this pandemic. And anyway, now let's build. Yes. My name on PlayStation is King Buddy the First underscore one King Buddy underscore one. That's the name on PlayStation. Yes, I go by Buddy's Delights on here, but I'm probably gonna change it back to King Buddy underscore one on here. On Twitch, it's Buddy's Delights also. No, actually no, it's King Buddy. King Buddy with an I. No underscore, just King Buddy with an I. Because that was my original name on PlayStation, was King Buddy the First with just the I, no underscore. Then I changed it to Buddy's Delights on PlayStation, and yeah. But the Buddy's Delights just, I don't know, it just wasn't fitting me. It just, I didn't feel right with it. It was nothing against my friend Devils. He's a good guy, but just King Buddy, just I don't know. It just fit me better. Buddy's Delights just wasn't fitting me. Just fit my King Buddy just fits my personality better. Buddy's Delights just wasn't fitting my personality. If that makes any sense. So yeah. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Let me get rid of you. So right now, I just wanna. I don't know why I got that there. I don't want that there. Put you there. Put you there. All right. All right. Yes. Strip stone. I mean strip logs. I don't know why. To be honest, I'm not feeling the strip logs. I should have honestly went with the spruce log instead of stripped log. But I didn't realize it until after I got all the way through this one. I might go back and change it and make it the strip like the oak log here. I might go back and change all that wood later on. I don't know yet. I might change it later on. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been using for like the pillars, the outlines of the buildings and whatnot. And yeah. But that I'm just not feeling it. I honestly I like the texture of the log better, you know, with the bark and stuff. And then like say if you turn it out here, you see like the circle. See the strip, you can't see it on this texture pack. So that's what's bugging me. I mean, I like the look of the strip log, but then with this build, I don't like it because of it not showing the center of and having the bark on the outside. That's what's bugging me. Oh god, loudmouth kids going to school. As long as they ain't fighting or shooting each other, that's fine with me. Oh god, I'm getting hungry. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna build this and actually I think I'm actually gonna build this one and see how it looks. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna build this one with just the regular spruce log. See how it works. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? I go and change it. I know a lot of it's time consuming. I know a lot of people don't have the time because they're so impatient. But you know what? Something you learn in life, alright? Slow down, take a deep breath. Look at your surroundings. Patience is a blessing. Patience is a virtue. You gotta have patience. Oh, the hell's that noise? Anyway, a little bit of patience goes a long way. I know people have attention span of a dust mite, but you know what? You'll be alright. You will be alright. Just have patience, people. Patience. Trust me, I know. Sometimes certain things, I don't have patience. And I'll sit there and be like, "Ugh." But honestly, patience is a blessing. Yeah, that's one thing that's bugging me with this texture pack. Every time I lay down a freaking block, it really fucks with my damn um, brightness for some odd reason. I see it every time I lay down a block. see that freaking light change. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you is when you get over here, we're gonna go 1, 2, and this part of the wall we're gonna be cutting into it to do this build. So yeah, oh yeah, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Break it up 5. So yeah, cause you know part of this wall is gonna be butting up against this tower. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I need this. Let me get this out of here for now. Get this out of here for now. I don't need that right now. Pull you over here. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is raise every one of those up to 5. So each one of these pillars gonna add 4 more blocks to it, and we're gonna fill the gaps with sandstone or whatever texture you want. So yeah. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus that 1 that was already there makes 5. Boom. So if you count this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I might be changing something up on top of this, so bear with me. Yes, those holes I put in there are windows. Which in a little bit I will show you how to do. I think the trickiest part of this build is going to be uh, the roof. This one was fairly easy. This one was a little tricky. This one was a little trickier. But this one here, yeah, that was the tricky one there. But the trickiest roof to do is this. I know it looks different, but that's the way it's supposed to look. But yeah, that was a tricky roof. This one. Yeah. This roof was really something. But when it comes together, it looks alright. Just remember, if something doesn't look right, which it will, it, it, it won't look right, but it will be right. If that makes any sense. Just remember, it's a game. And just go, Sisfuma. It looks good from my house. It's something that we used to say in construction when I used to build houses and stuff. Back when I was a couple of years back when I was younger. it, we would sit there, we'd be looking up at it, be like, that's a little crooked. And you would hear one of the guys from my crew go, Sisfuma. Looks good from my house. Basically, what it means is, I can't see it from my house, so I don't care. Bear with me, people. I'm getting pain in my stomach now. So I'm slowing down a little bit here. I think it's part of because I wasn't feeling well yesterday and I didn't eat yesterday because of it. And yeah, so my stomach's kind of really hurting me a little bit today. But yeah, I've had problems since 2011. I had an emergency gallbladder surgery where they took my gallbladder out because I almost died. I was laying concrete and fell over and started convulsing and throwing up and stuff. Yeah, I had a bad infection and stuff in my pancreas because of it. And the infection got in my bloodstream, I was seriously ill for a little while. But the thing is, because I left that go for so long, for about a year with the pain and whatnot, and didn't go see a doctor, every once in a while I get a very bad pain in my stomach. And it usually comes and goes, but it'll subside after a little bit. Oh. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back. Unfortunately, I thought this pain would go away. But I gotta go lay down a little bit. I'll be back, people. Sorry.